Go.
Well,
Not yet, not yet. Come.
Oh, hello and welcome everybody to How to Lead the Web TV and Live Video Streaming Movement. I'm Jim Morey, and I want to introduce my beautiful wife who's going to talk to you, Jackie Morey.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Welcome, everybody. It's great to be with you, and we are so excited because today we are going to share with you how to lead the web TV and live video movement. Before anything else, I want to welcome those of you who are here. Dr. Becky, welcome. David, welcome. Janie, welcome. You're hanging out from rainy Colorado. Richard, you are hanging out from down under. Well, greetings to you all. Well, before we start, I want you to share, because we always want to cultivate an atmosphere or an attitude of gratitude. So if you don't mind typing in the chat room what you are grateful for right now. It can be a person, it can be something that happened, an experience that happened, or it can be maybe something that somebody gave to you. So type in the chat room what you are most grateful for. And I want to welcome everyone to this live webcast. This is part of WebTV. Welcome, Sarah. Sarah Davenport, it's great to be with you. Hello, hello, hello. Barbara says, brr, trying to snow. Oh my goodness, really? My word. In some parts of the US, I know it's still kind of wintry. Well, thankfully here in Seattle, suburbia, it's been spring, although in the last couple of days it was rainy as usual. Welcome, Pamela. I'm grateful that I'm at the end of my work week. Indeed. Carmen is grateful because Carmen is 90% published. Fantastic. Wow, we are so excited about what we're going to share with you today because we are at the very beginning. That's why this is such an important live webcast, because you are going to be you can be part of the web TV and live video movement. Barbara says, yeah, Carmen. Janie is grateful for God's amazing kindness. That's fantastic. I'm so glad that we are all cultivating the attitude of gratitude and the posture, the heart posture of gratefulness. Well, here's my grateful, my sharing regarding what I'm grateful for. Today, after probably about 4 days now, Michael's been in school. He was on spring break last week. And was it last week? No, hang on. He was not on spring break last week. He was on spring break the week before. And so as a family, we went on a vacation, right? And so since he got back, he has been having a difficult time adjusting back to school after vacation. Well, today, after all these no stamp days, a stamp means that you've obeyed and you were cooperative and you were learning and you were raising your hands and so on and so forth. Today is the very first day after 9 days of going back to school from spring break that Michael, our son, got a stamp. So we're celebrating tonight. So we don't want to keep you. We want to keep this webcast as concise as possible, delivering you value, letting you know about what is ahead, and we will not be afraid to tell you, but we're going to make an offer at the end of this webcast. Okay, awesome. Well, I love quotes. Here's a quote from billionaire Warren Buffett. The best investment you can make is an investment in yourself. Warren Buffett. And he also said, the more you learn, the more you earn. So today we hope that you'll learn from your time with us. We have a lot of things here. This is basically, you don't need to read all this, but it's basically for me and my husband, Jim, to be able to keep on track, right? Okay, well, I want to share my screen with you. And this is one of the advantages of Webinar Jam Studio is we can share our screens, right? So we can go from live, interacting live, to sharing our screen. So I'm going to just share my screen here with you. And we're going to go to a very short slide presentation here. And the title again of our webcast is How to Lead the Web TV and Live Video Movement, Gain Exposure, and Cash In with Webinar Jam and Facebook Live. Okay. Now, what are you going to get today? Well, we're going to talk about the problem of broadcasting your message, the problem of getting clients, the problem of creating online courses. We're going to learn what is web TV and live video streaming. We're going to discover why, you're going to discover why we believe it's the next greatest business growth opportunity of our time. We're going to talk a little bit about the history and also disruption in industries. And then we're going to share at least 3 benefits. We have 3, but I think my husband thought of a few more. So we're going to share at least 3 benefits of live shows. And what else are you going to get? We're going to reveal the top live video systems. We're going to show you the benefits of Webinar Jam Studio. We're even going to do a live demo of what you could do with Webinar Jam Studio. Right now, one thing you could do is share your screen. If you're teaching a class and you need to share your screen, you can do it. What else? We're going to share with you benefits of Facebook Live. This is very new technology, folks, and it's available to you. We're going to do a live demo of Facebook Live, and we're going to share with you one tip about what you could do with Facebook Live video recordings. We'll share 4 big ideas on how to monetize your live shows. And we're going to share with you how to lead the web TV and live video movement. Well, who are we? Who is Jim and Jackie anyway? Well, we are multiple #1 Amazon best-selling authors. We are online course creators. We're also certified web TV production specialists and web TV hosts. We are also book writing and publishing coaches, and we have coached numerous coaching clients on how to write their books and how to publish their books, and in 2 recent master classes on how to reach Amazon bestseller status. We're also web TV hosts of hundreds of live shows, including coaching sessions, webinars, master classes, and interviews. And we are web TV and live video coaches. Here's one of our lovely coaching clients, Dr. Becky Slibaugh. She's a multiple #1 Amazon best-selling author, keynote speaker, and radio co-host. And here's what she says about us. Jim and Jackie have been incredible mentors and coaches. They're also people of honor and have faithfully over-delivered on both the master classes that I have been a part of. They aren't just book writing and book publishing coaches. They're also certainly highly skilled in Webinar Jam and a host of other technology platforms. They've even recently showed off my paperback book a few times using Facebook Live posts. Jim and Jackie are both proficient as web TV hosts and web TV production specialists and are on the cutting edge of different technologies. When they say that web TV and live streaming is a movement, I definitely want to be one of the leaders in this movement. Indeed. Here is Michael Mastriani. He's a #1 Amazon best-selling author and online course creator. He says Jim and Jackie are top-notch experts on using Webinar Jam and several technology platforms and tools, including Facebook Live. Their most recent masterclass coaching sessions were delivered solely using Webinar Jam. They've also helped me create my own online courses. They even recently showed off my paperback book using Facebook Live. They are both proficient at web TV as web TV hosts and web TV production specialists. When they say they can help you get from point A to point Z, they always do their best to get you there. Here's Mary Schlumberger, published author, online course creator, and senior care coach. She says Jim and Jackie are brilliant experts in the use of Webinar Jam, Facebook Live, Google Hangouts, and online course creation. Jackie skillfully hosted 3 live webcast programs for me. These webcasts have become part of my product package offer, as well as my lead magnet or freemium. The enthusiasm and professionalism that Jackie presents helped to set the tone for successful programs. And she also says that Jim is a technology coach who has integrated several platforms that I have and I'm currently using to assist in reaching the people who can benefit from the useful information that I have to offer. I cannot imagine using these technologies without Jim's assistance. Jim and Jackie are an amazing duo. They are confident in their positions as web TV hosts and production specialists. Their masterclass sessions always deliver significant and pertinent training as well as extra guidance they know will help us to become more successful. I continue looking forward to working with them as I begin my second book and prepare to record future webcasts. God blessed me the day that they became my coaches and friends. And we feel the same way about Mary, about Michael, about Dr. Becky. Here's Bill Fidey, a life coach and #1 Amazon best-selling author. I've known Jim and Jackie for a while now. They are truly experts at using Webinar Jam. I can remember the first webinar I did. I was very nervous. They made it so easy. Jackie is awesome at making me feel comfortable in the masterclass coaching session I was a part of that used Webinar Jam throughout. It was like child's play, simple, smooth, and painless. They made it look effortless. I trust them. They are people of the highest integrity, and I can attest that they are wonderful and engaging Web TV hosts and Web TV production specialists. All right. Well, thank you so much for all these testimonials. Oh, he also says in the virtual summit and book launch party I was a part of, they offered my Kindle book. This is important, folks. They offered my Kindle book so the live audience could invest in it right there and then. I can hardly wait to see what they have to share regarding Web TV and live streaming. Awesome. Well, I'm going to stop sharing and we're going to go back live, and I'm going to introduce my wonderful husband, and I'm going to turn off my lower thirds so I'm demonstrating to you live the things that you could do with Webinar Jam Studio and also in combination with Google Hangouts. So I'm going to turn off my lower thirds. There you go. And I'm going to introduce my husband to you. And maybe we can do a video inject. We're going to show you the feature called Video Inject. What did you say? Okay, it's going to be a Christian comedian. His name is Tim Hawkins. So this is an example of a video inject.
Well, hello, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that. Tim Hawkins is one of our favorite comedians. He's a funny guy. Anyway, I want to talk to you about the problem of broadcasting your message or your mission. And we all have a message that God has placed within us that we want to get out there in the world. And sometimes it's difficult to figure out how to do that, how to broadcast it to the right people, to the people you want to hear it and to benefit from it. And it's interesting because, you know, with the invention of the printing press with Gutenberg, since then things have really changed, and there's a lot of opportunities, a lot of options out there, and there's so many options sometimes it's difficult to know where to begin. And we're going to talk about that a little bit later on, some of the best tools we've found, and we've been doing this for a while. And so sometimes knowing where to start, how to do things, getting over that the tech hurdles, the learning curves can be very, very difficult. And we want to make that a lot easier for y'all. So the other one we want to talk about is the problem of getting clients. Maybe you have an online business, you have some courses you want to share or coaching or whatever you have, value you want to offer to people. How do you get clients and customers? How do you find the right traffic? How do you bring people into the fold, if you will? And how do you discover where they're at? And again, there's a lot of options out there. You have Facebook ads or Google AdWords or all sorts of different platforms, blogs and Twitter and Tumblr and Pinterest, and the list goes on and on. And we want to talk about some of the best tools that we found to do that. Another thing is the problem of creating your online courses. Maybe you have some wisdom or knowledge that you have and you want to share it with the world, that God has given you something very valuable and you want to share that with the world. But how do you get started? How do you do those things? How do you leverage your time most effectively? How do you do that without spending thousands of dollars on equipment and doing video editing and all that sort of thing? Well, the thing is, the opportunities available to us now through web TV and live video streaming are some of the biggest opportunities for creating online video, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. And so the question is, and I know that I've seen some comments in the chat room about what is web TV. I haven't really heard about that. So what is web TV and live video streaming? Well, web TV is a term used for people who can broadcast over the internet live, like we're doing right now. You're in a web TV show right now. You're seeing us live, and you can do that through Webinar Jam. There's several other tools. Jackie mentioned Facebook Live. There are some awesome tools out there to do that, and it's really a lot of spontaneity. You can interact with people. You can say hi to people in the chat room. There's a lot of cool things you can do about that. And there's a lot of tools and platforms you can use. And again, we want to take it and narrow it down to the best platforms and tools that we've used over the years to develop it. But another really big question is, I'm trying to find my cards here. I'm not nearly as good at this as Jackie is. She's very polished. Why is web TV and live video streaming the next greatest business growth opportunity of our time? If you go back in time, you remember, when Gutenberg invented the printing press, things kind of took off and now people can print books easily. The next big wave was radio, invented back in the late 1800s by Marconi. Then you move forward quite a few years into the 1950s, we have television. And then the invention and construction of the internet. And now today in 2016, there are so many tools available for doing these things. And in each of those time periods, there's this disruption in technology. And the industry changed radically. Well, it's about to change radically again with web TV and live streaming. And it involves all of the best parts of the printing press and radio and television, along with the best parts of the internet. And it allows us to produce radio or TV shows with video and interact with people live and to repurpose those for other things. We're going to talk about repurposing a little bit later. So that's a brief history of publication. I also want to talk about disruption in industries. And there's a couple things that come to mind. One of the biggest one that we can talk about of recent time is Uber and Airbnb. Remember, Uber came out and we thought, oh, that's quaint. You can use this little app on your phone. You can, have people come to your house and pick you up and take you to the airport, whatever. And taxis were the big thing then. And then Uber showed up, and everybody thought, oh, that's kind of cool. But I wonder if it'll catch on. And now Uber, of course, has taken over the entire transportation industry. We've used Uber a number of times. We love it. Airbnb did the exact same thing with hotels. You can take an extra room in your house and turn it into, you can have a B&B, put it on the web, and people can find it. And we did this when we're going down to our cruise down in New Orleans. We actually found several places that we want to stay at as a B&B, room in people's houses. It's amazing. And those are total disruptions. Another disruption I want to talk about is, you're probably all familiar with the movie Star Wars and George Lucas. George Lucas twice completely turned the film industry upside down. The first was with the introduction of Star Wars back in 1977. I remember distinctly waiting hours to get into the first one. I had to go all the way around the block in downtown Seattle to get in. And it was an experience that was beyond anything I could have possibly imagined. And it completely turned the film industry upside down. As the moment Star Wars came out, everything changed, and all the film companies had to rearrange and rethink their entire focus, because they had to be at least as good as Star Wars or nobody would go watch it. He did it a second time with the release of episode #1, The Phantom Menace. He actually wanted to film directly on digital, and until that point, it was just not possible. The best he had was like a camcorder, like, whoa, wow, So he actually worked with a number of different people and developed the first high definition film quality digital cameras. They cost about $10 million a pop, and he had about 5 of them. So that's like 50 million bucks right there. But he completely changed the film industry. Now we have the abundance of 4K cameras like the Red camera or something like that. But here is the third disruption. If you've got an iPhone 6S or something like that, the camera you have on the iPhone 6S is as good as the camera that George Lucas paid $10 million a shot for. And that causes a complete disruption in the industry of web TV and live streaming. So what are 3 of the benefits of live shows? Now, you could record a show, you could put it up there on YouTube, people can watch anytime. But what's the benefit of a live show? Well, first of all, we can interact. Interaction is a huge thing. It's becoming bigger and bigger and bigger, because interaction causes engagement. And the big word today, if you remember nothing else of this entire thing, the word engagement is most important right now in any form of getting your message out, of marketing, of anything like that, is engagement. Engagement is everything. People who talk about SEO and all those things, that's great. But engagement is the #1 term in the industry right now. And engagement is great in live, because we can see your posts, we can say hi to people, etc. like that. Another thing is a benefit is the chat room. If you're doing a recorded, obviously you can't have a chat room. You can't respond to chat. We can actually, in Webinar Jam, we can put up polls. Just put them up live and gather feedback from y'all. And you can use the same technology to gather feedback from your people. Plus, you can pop up live offers, not just one, but you can do multiple offers. Jack was talking about your 90-day launch pad, where we had an actual launch party for people's books, and we put up each person's book, and people bought it right there through Webinar Jam, and it was awesome. Another thing is you can do Q&A. So, a really cool thing you can do is it's live, but it automatically records up to YouTube. You can take that and you can repurpose that. And we'll talk about repurposing a little bit later. Now, Jackie talked about Facebook Live. And Facebook Live is brand new. Now, you probably heard of Periscope. And Periscope is where you can take your phone and you can do a selfie of yourself and you can talk to people. But Periscope has certain limitations. Facebook Live took those limitations and they busted through them. So what are the benefits of Facebook Live? Well, again, you can have live comments. While you're on, people can actually comment on what you're saying, and you can interact with them just like we can right now with the chat room. Another problem that Periscope has is that in 24 hours, your video vanishes like a puff of smoke and is no more. In Facebook Live, it's there for good, and it's always available to you. Another thing, too, is you can actually grab that video and you can embed it in LinkedIn or your WordPress blog or etc. like that. And another great benefit of Facebook Live is it is super easy to do. So easy, in fact, that I'm going to actually do a live demo right now of Facebook Live, which is going to be a little bit like being in the movie Inception, because we're going to be live with y'all, and then I'm going to be live with these folks here on Facebook. So here I've got my lowly iPhone 5S. It's my constant companion. It's my TV studio in my pocket. I'm just going to go ahead and log in here to Facebook. Please excuse the wait. I'm going to go to, now this is completely unscripted, completely live. I've not prepared for this at all. I'm just going to do a random thing. Let's see here. Let's see here. No. So you just go to your profile page, and it's going to ask you what's on your mind. So can you see that? So it's going to ask you what's on your mind. Right down your profile page, the same way you do a post, if you're just going to do post. But there's this nice little button down here. It looks like a little guy with a bunch of circles around him. That's the Facebook Live icon. And literally, I'm just going to go ahead and say this is, and if you happen to have another screen available to you and you go to our Facebook, Jim and Jackie Morey Facebook page, you can see this live. This is only a test. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and hit live, and you can, I don't know if you can see this. It's kind of in, you can see me. This is y'all right here. It's live. It's absolutely 100% live, and I'm going to go ahead and just hit go live. 3, 2, 1. Well, hello, Facebook world. This is Jim Morey, and I'm actually kind of just doing a little test right now of Facebook Live for our guests over here. We're also doing a live web TV show with our friends, and I could talk about the benefits of Facebook Live. And so let's talk about one tip. I'm doing live here and live here. This is kind of cool. One tip about what you could do with Facebook Live video recordings. So I'm going to say it right here. One tip about what you could do with Facebook Live video recordings. Well, one of the things you can do, I'm just going to do this both to you and both to the phone. One of the things you can do is in Facebook Live is just mention one tip. Really focus on just one tip and kind of flesh that out. A Facebook Live should be about 7 to 15 minutes, somewhere in there. It doesn't have to be complicated. As you can see, I didn't script this out at all. But here we are, live and live to everybody. And that's as simple as it is. And, of course, you probably want to have somewhat of a script or some cards or something like that. But it's really that easy. Just push a couple of buttons, write in a description, say go live, and you're ready to go. And when you want to quit, there's just a little finish button right down here in the corner. And bye, everybody on Facebook. We'll see you soon. And there you go. And it says ending live video. And then down here, it gives you a nice little thing to say, hey, save it to your camera roll. Can you see that? So it's actually saving it to my phone right now as we're going. So what's that? If you want to. Yeah, if you want to. You don't have to, because you can go to your Facebook page and you actually download the video directly from there as well. So it's an amazing thing. It's really simple. Actually, I'm just going to, if you would just pardon one intrusion, I'm going to go, actually, I can't do that. Never mind. I was going to show you our Facebook page. I did a very quick, almost completely unplanned Facebook Live post the other day about social proof. I had some ideas pop into my head about social proof, and I wanted to share them with people. I thought, yeah, I'll try this Facebook Live thing. Almost completely unplanned. I did it a couple days ago, and I have over 300 views. That's just amazing. Imagine if you actually planned it, announced it, and all sort of thing, how many views you can get on that. And those are people who would become interested in what you're talking about. And you can put links down there to a WebTV show or an opt-in page or whatever. Amazing stuff. And we're going to talk more about that later. So anyway, so I want to reintroduce, of course, my beautiful, stunning, intelligent, and wise wife, who is going to delight you with some more things about the video. Okay, you can just do the Tim Hawkins, second Tim Hawkins. Losing our minds together. Losing our minds together. Yes. Sorry. Yeah. We're excuse me, I had to mute myself. And we had a pollen bloom in our neighborhood, and it finally got to me, so I'm coughing a little bit. But anyway, yeah, go ahead.
Welcome back. It's good to be with you. Now I'm going to demonstrate to you. Well, let me just review some things with you before we move on, okay? We've already discussed the problem of broadcasting your message, the problem of getting clients, the problem of creating online courses, what is web TV and live video streaming, why we believe it's the next greatest business growth opportunity of our time. And my husband discussed history plus disruption in industries, and he even gave more than three benefits of live shows. And he also tackled the benefits of Facebook Live. He did a live demo. My wonderful husband did a live demo of Facebook Live, and he shared one mega tip about what you could do with Facebook Live. Now I'm going to share with you the top live video systems right now, because there are a lot of platforms out there. So the top ones, these are the top ones that we're going to talk about this one right now, top live video systems. Number one, Facebook. This is not in how popular they are. I'm just naming them. Facebook Live. Number two is Periscope. Then there's Blab. There's Google Hangouts with Webinar Jam. And coming soon is YouTube Connect. Because Google said, we're not going to get left behind in this web TV and live video movement. So they are also investing a lot of money. They're plunking down a lot of money in infrastructure and YouTube Connect. And I believe my husband, if he didn't mention it, Mark Zuckerberg, who is the CEO of Facebook, they found out what Periscope was doing, and they plunked down a lot of dollars to make sure that they are part of the web TV and live video movement. And that's why this is such an exciting time in history, because you can be a part of the leaders, the pioneers, right? Okay, now I'm going to demonstrate to you the benefits of Webinar Jam Studio, right? So I'm going to do a live demo of Webinar Jam Studio and what you could do with Webinar Jam Studio, okay? So I'm going to share my screen here. All right, let's see here. Let me just make sure that I have this as a separate browser. There we go. All right, now I can share my screen. There we go. Isn't that cool? We can interact live. I can, see you. I mean, you can see me, and we can interact with each other, and then we can show our screens. So here is Webinar Jam Studio. Okay. So Webinar Jam is built on one of the most powerful broadcasting. Check out that word, broadcasting technologies. Webinar Jam gives Google Hangouts the marketing tools you always wish it had. So here are the features. Look at this here. Features, Webinar Jam Studio, latest technology, GoToWebinar, old technology. Hangouts, it's not for marketing. So if you just use plain old Google Hangouts without Webinar Jam it's like this incredible, it's not skin actually, it's really an amazing tool wrapping it around Google Hangouts. So look at all the benefits. You have a studio control center right here. You have attendee spotlight. We can spotlight different attendees. Active offer buttons, urgency countdown timers, scarcity control units remaining. So all of these that I'm naming, they are not available through GoToWebinar, which is old technology, or with just straight Google Hangouts. Video engine for hybrid webinars, feedback flow with live alerts, replica replay, Jams on demand marketplace, unlimited attendees. You know, GoToWebinar has a maximum up to today of 1,000 attendees. Well, what if you have 1,500 or 2,000 that want to attend your conference, your workshop, etc., right? It's hosted on rock-solid servers, custom surveys, etc., etc. So I'm not going to go through all of this. What I want to do right now is to demonstrate to you some of the features of Webinar Jam Studio. So what we're going to do is, I just stopped sharing my screen. What we're going to do here is I'm going to show you a live demo of Webinar Jam Studio. So a little bit earlier, we already demonstrated Video Inject, right? The very first Tim Hawkins, and then just a couple of minutes ago, we did another Video Inject of Tim Hawkins. And I want to do another feature of Webinar Jam Studio, which is live polls. So I'm going to ask my incredible husband, honey, could you please run a live poll, please? Yes. So we're going to run a live poll, and please just fill out whatever answer. It's, you're not going to be graded. You are not going to be graded on your answers, right? So we're going to run that poll, and then feel free to, let me just interact with some of you here in the chat room. Jamie says, may God bless Jackie and Jim with many prosperous returns. Awesome. Thank you, Jamie. Carmen says, awesome. Bill says, so with technology for phones work, my old S4 doesn't have the icon you spoke of. Okay. The Facebook Live app, well, Jim answered your question. The Facebook Live app might not work with all phones. Try uninstalling the app and reinstalling it. Awesome. And then Dr. James says, hi, may we see that list again if possible? Are you talking about, Dr. James? See, this is an amazing live interaction. Are you talking about the Webinar Jam list versus the Google Hangouts and the GoToWebinar list? If so, please type it in the chat room, and I'd be happy to show that to you. So right now, I think, is there a poll that's on right now, honey? Okay. Oh, you've already answered the poll. So the question in the poll is, how helpful would it be to join this web TV and live stream movement? 0 say, I don't think it would help me at all. Good. This is awesome, because you're getting it. I mean, there's this, you're thinking about the potential and the possibilities for you, your message, your unique message, and your unique mission. And then 45% say, I find it fascinating and am somewhat interested. Excellent. And then 55% of you say, I can completely see the possibilities for me, my future products, services, and mission. I definitely want to be one of the leaders in my niche in this web TV and live stream movement. Awesome. So in other words, I guess 100% are either somewhat interested or definitely interested. Fantastic. See how we did that poll? And you can do that. And here's the incredible, amazing thing about polls. Let's say you're doing a web TV show and you're wanting to poll your audience on what you would like to create next. Say, for example, you're thinking of a skill set that you want to share. Let's just say, for example, you want to share your skill in crocheting, whatever it is, right? Let's just say crocheting. And then you want to ask them in a poll, what part of crocheting do you want to learn about? Do you want to learn about, crocheting something big or something small? So you can poll your audience. Or let's say, for example, you want to coach them on getting some breakthrough. Ask them what are the stumbling blocks or the obstacles that they deal with the most. Is it feeling inferior? Is it feeling rejection? Is it maybe feeling whatever it is? You can poll them during your live broadcast, and that way you can get some interaction with your audience, your ideal client, your ideal audience, right? So that's the value of polls. Awesome. Okay, so we've already done video inject, right? We've already shown you live polls, right? Okay, now I'm going to show you what Bill Fudale was giving testimony about in the written testimony. Live offers. So we're gonna just give you an example. We're not selling you this book. This is our book that we recently authored and published, and it reached #1 on Amazon in at least 4 categories. So if you don't mind, darling, if you don't mind popping up the offer for our book, Your 21st Century Business Card. That way you can see what you can do with Google Hangouts plus Webinar Jam. And this is just a small part of WebTV, because we are also going to show you how you can integrate that in the offer that we're going to make, right? Okay, so I think there's the offers. So if you look at the offers tab, there's the offer for your 2x3 business card is outdated. And then, there's the really cool picture of our book, and then discover how to get past your high-end clients as gatekeepers. I want my copy now. So people who are attending live, and even on your replays, because Webinar Jam Studio has webinar replica replay. In other words, even if they don't attend live, your replay watchers can still get that offer, right? And then you can see the countdown. The offer will end in such and such. You can set that up to show them how long that offer is going to be, whether it's 24 hours, the next 7 days, the next 2 weeks, whatever it is. And then that way there's an urgency, right? Because there's a countdown timer that is available for you to set up. You don't have to do that, but we just are showing you more and more of the features of Webinar Jam Studio. So I'm just showing you that you don't have to buy our book, please. That's not what we're talking about. I'm just showing you that, all right? Awesome. So Gabriella, welcome. Your question, Gabriella, is will you be replaying this webinar? I missed the first 15 minutes. Yes, we will be doing a replay. In fact, as soon as in about an hour, if we're going over, you'll get in your email, if you registered, in your inbox, the link to the replay. Isn't that amazing? So you don't even have to, if you, let's say, for example, you have 100 attendees, you don't have to say, okay, who missed the replay? Do I have to send it one by one? No. Webinar Jam Studio takes care of all of that for you. Richard, it's good to see you. Blessings. Look forward to catching the rest of the replay. Thank you so much. Awesome, Richard. Wonderful. Okay, Dr. James wanted to see the list again of the different features of Webinar Jam Studio versus GoToWebinar. So I'm just going to do this one more time for the sake of Dr. James. And Dr. James, if you, well, anyway, I'm just going to show it to you right now. Okay, I'm just going to show that to you, and there it is. So here are the features of Webinar Jam Studio right here versus GoToWebinar, which is old technology. It's dinosauric and just straight Google Hangouts. It's definitely not for marketing. You cannot do what we just did. In other words, have live polls. You cannot do what we just did, is, in other words, have live offers, right? So here's that list, okay? And Studio Control Center, Attendee Spotlight, active offers buttons, urgency countdown timers, scarcity control units remaining, a video engine for hybrid webinars, feedback flow with live alerts, replica replay, which you're going to be able to watch what that looks like when you get that link to the replica replay, Jams on demand marketplace, unlimited attendees, whereas GoToWebinar has a limit of 1,000. Hosted on rock solid servers, custom surveys, automatically record your sessions. Here in GoToWebinar, you have to remember to hit the record button. Okay, high converting registration pages. That is what Webinar Jam Studio has, which Google Hangouts does not have. Autoresponder integration. You can integrate Webinar Jam Studio with your autoresponder, such as MailChimp, Aweber, Constant Contact, and so on and so forth. You cannot do that with straight Google Hangouts. You can post webinar reminder emails, right? One-click sign-up technology. That's what they have, and the other two don't. Detailed analytics. No anonymous trolls. You can ban anyone. If you have somebody trolling your live broadcast, you can actually ban them, right? You can't do that on GoToWebinar. You can't do that on straight Google Hangouts. Control and filtered chat rooms, embedded registration on your site or blog, custom branded registration pages, and so on and so forth, right? Okay, so it's a lot of, here's the best value, $397 a year. GoToWebinar is $499 a month. And again, here, Google Hangouts is not a marketing solution. You can't do live polls, you cannot do offers, you can't do anything. And it's really hard to get everyone into your same Hangout. It's very confusing. Webinar Jam Studio does all that for you. Okay, so I'm gonna stop sharing my screen and we are back live. So what have we done? We have talked about live video systems. I mentioned Periscope, Blab, Facebook Live, and then Google Plus Hangouts through Webinar Jam in conjunction with Webinar Jam Studio. We also talked about the benefits of Webinar Jam Studio. I did a live demo of what you could do, which is the video inject, live polls, and live offers. And of course, replica replay, you're gonna get to watch that when we're done here, right? Okay, so I have 4 ideas on how to monetize your live shows. I really hope that if you have a mission that you're gonna consider live web TV shows, whether it's once a week, once every month, twice a month, whatever it is, right? So we're going to talk about 4 ideas I'm going to share with you. This is a valuable gift for you. 4 ideas on how you could monetize your live shows. Okay, real fast. I hope you're taking notes. Number 1, you can have paid sponsors. You can have people sponsor you. You can reach out to sponsors and they can sponsor you. It doesn't have to be these big sponsors like Procter & Gamble or Johnson & Johnson. There are small businesses that may be interested in promoting themselves. Let's say you're promoting locally and they want to promote locally, then you can have paid sponsors, paid guests. Guests could pay to get on your show, right? Say, for example, you have a show about, let's just say, for example, about different products, say gym products, gymnasium products, okay? If that's what your show is about, then you could have guests come on your show and they can pay to get on your show. Let's say, for example, they own a gym in your area or they are fitness instructors and they wanna be a guest on your show, right? They can pay you to be on your show. Number 3, you could use your web TV show for JV or affiliate offers. If you want to do a joint venture with somebody who already has created a product or who has a coaching package that complements your show or what you want to talk about, then you could partner with people. Jim and I believe in collaboration. That is a huge word, and we really believe in collaboration, okay? So you could do that. Number 4, you could have your own product offers, right? And when we in the masterclass that we're going to be teaching, we will show you some of these things, how to do these things, right? Okay. Now, so those are 4 big ideas on how you could monetize your own web TV show. Like I said, it doesn't have to be every week. It doesn't have to be every day. It can be once a month or it can be twice a month, right? So here's the old model. You write your books and or you have speeches and trainings and you can get on a live talk show. I'm not saying the old model is wrong or outdated. No, I'm not saying that at all. In fact, it still works. We have coaching clients who have successfully gotten on radio interviews and newspaper interviews through their books, right? Okay, so this is the old model. I'm not saying it's wrong. You can use both. So this is the old model. Now with your web TV show, this is the new model. You can have your own talk show, right? And then from that talk show, you can have your books. You can have your speech and you can have trainings. Did you know that? Because in your talk show, when you transcribe, okay, your video is going to be recorded, and then you can strip out the audio, right? And then when you have that transcribed, or you can transcribe it yourself if you want, that's a book, okay? We have a coaching client, Mary, who we did 3 webcasts with. You saw her, Mary Schlumberger, and she's using those 3 as part of her products. One of the webcasts she's using as her freemium or lead magnet, and the 2 others she's putting into a product offer. So if people want to learn more from her as a senior care coach, they can invest more, right? So with the new model, you record once, and then you can have your books, speech, and training courses. Awesome. Again, as I've said, these 2 models still work. It doesn't mean that the old model is outdated. No, it just means that this is what folks have been doing, but you can use this as well. So you can use both in conjunction, right? Okay, now, so we have already done 4 ideas, and I've shown you the where's my green pen? Let's be consistent. 4 ideas. Now I'm going to share, I'm going to do, well, Jim is going to share with you how to lead the web TV and live movement. So let me just set it up for him. Okay, I'm going to share the screen, right? Okay, and then I'm going to, okay, all righty, excellent. So, my love, I'm ready for, okay, I'm just going to, here's another thing that you could do. When you're transitioning, you can do a video inject, or you can do this. I'm just going to, there you go. I'm not muted. You're just seeing my photo, and I'm going to transition to with my husband. So you can just share your screen. It's the next screen after. Yeah, so you share the screen. All right.
I'm ready.
Awesome. Let me take these away. I hope you've seen the value in this. Okay, there you go.
Well, hello, everyone. Wow, it's amazing how fast this has gone. Seems like it's only been 15 minutes. Wow. So I'm going to share my screen. We're going to talk about how you can be a leader in your niche in the web TV and live video movement, which we really believe is one of, if not the greatest business growing opportunities of our time. So let me share my screen.
That one.
Screen sharing is another great benefit of using Webinar Jam.
Just do arrow, and then you can go to the next one.
Okay, so I assume you all can see that. Right now you should be seeing a gray square. All right, so let's talk about that. So first question is, did we deliver on what we said we were going to share with you? I believe we have, and given more, which is what we do, we over-deliver. So we've talked about the problem of broadcasting your message. We've talked about the problem of getting clients, the problem of creating online courses. You learned what web TV and live video streaming is, and you discovered the why we believe it's the next greatest growth opportunity, because and the why is engagement. I talked a little bit about the history of broadcasting, about disruption in industries, talked about George Lucas and his $10 million cameras. 3 benefits of live shows. We talked about benefits of Webinar Jam. We've given you a live demo. Same thing with Facebook Live. And we talked about the 1 tip you can do with Facebook Live. I did it live on Facebook Live. 4 ideas how to monetize. And oh, we missed one more thing, and that is how to lead, how you can lead the web TV and live video movement. 64+% of you said that that's something you definitely see for you. So we're introducing our brand new web TV and live video masterclass. And this is a class where we'll take you through from the beginning to end of how to do these things. You don't have to worry about the learning curve that we had to go through. And we are certified web TV and live video specialists. So what do you get? Well, first you're going to get training on how to use Webinar Jam Studio. And Webinar Jam Studio has their own training, but I am going to go through and I'm going to fill in all the gaps so you have everything clearly explained to you. I've been doing this for close to 20 years now. Worked at Microsoft for almost 18 doing this very thing. And that's worth $397 right there. I've seen courses that do the very same thing. They're actually much more expensive. We're also going to do in-depth training of how to use Facebook Live and how to use it in conjunction with other Facebook features and functions such as posts and events. And that's a $297 value. So right now, you're already getting a $394 or $694 value. But you're also going to get more strategies on how to use Webinar Jam Studio for your own web TV show. And Jackie is a master at this. She's been doing this for quite a long time. As a matter of fact, we started out when Webinar Jam was in their pre-alpha release. So we were in the ground floor. And that's a value of $297. You're also going to get 4 more strategies on how to monetize your web TV show. And we're going to take you through those in more detail. That's worth at least $47, probably more. We're going to show you the best tools to use, which webcams, microphones, lighting equipment, and we've gone through the whole gamut of and we're going to not only show you the best ones, but the best ones for your budget. The best ones for a low budget, medium budget, high budget, wherever you're at. And that's, so far, it's $1,135 value. But not only going to show you, which ones to get, I'm actually going to show you how to use them, how to set the webcam up, whether the one in your computer is the right one or not, whether the microphone in your computer is the right one or not. I'm going to talk about lighting, how to set up lighting, think about the background, all those things. We're going to go through all those things so you know how to use those with confidence. The other thing is we're going to show you one secret tool that will help you systematize your show, and it will make your life, so much easier. That's worth $97. And we're going to hand you some web TV show templates, the schedule templates and checklists for before, during, and after your show to make sure you're not missing anything, so you can focus on your message and not the technology. That's $1,408 so far in values, probably higher than that, but not only that, we're going to give you membership in the private web TV Facebook mastermind group. And that's a $547 value. And we've seen mastermind groups who are much higher than this, like 25 grand a year. And the mastermind group is a great place to meet other people like yourself, to derive value from them, to invite them onto your show. But not only that, you're going to get a bonus. Jackie's Turbocharge Your Business with Webinars system. Jackie is a master at webinars. I'm maybe slightly biased, and she created an entire learning system about this. The regular price for this puppy is almost $600, but we're just going to give it to you for free if you invest with us. And not only that, but another important bonus, and that is that we are going to actually certify you as a web TV production specialist when you pass the certification exam. And we're going to send you a beautiful certificate in digital copy, and that's $1,000 right there. And we've seen certification programs like this that cost 3-4 times that. So the total value that we're going to be offering you is worth about $3,549. So what do you get? You get the Webinar Jam Studio training. You get the Facebook Live training. You get the Webinar Jam strategies. You get monetization strategies. You get the tools guide and the tools training. You get the secret tool that will make your life so much better. Not only that, but you get web TV show templates. You get the private Facebook mastermind group. And you get the free Turbocharge Your Business with Webinar systems and certification, total value of $3,549. But you're not going to pay anything like that today. Not only that, you're not going to pay even $2,497. Okay, you don't have to invest $1,497. You're not even going to have to invest $597. It's stuck, honey. It's stuck.
Just use the arrow.
I'm using the arrow key.
Okay.
It's stopped.
It's okay. No problem.
Okay, so We're having difficulty with our slide presentation right now. That happens on my TV. But basically, you don't have to invest $24.97 or $14.97 or $5.97. Remember, this is $3,550 worth of total value. But the investment we're going to be asking.
Let's stop sharing first.
Okay.
And then.
Yeah. Okay. Hi, I'm back. So the investment that we're asking for, because this is kind of a beta group, you guys are going to be at the ground floor of the ground floor. We're asking for $297, and the cart will be open until midnight or noon o'clock on May 11th. And I can guarantee you that is going to be the lowest you'll ever see that price. It's going to be going up because literally we are beginning that climb up the hockey stick. And so there's going to be a lot more value as time goes on to this. But we want to offer it to you, our first group, our forerunners, our pioneers at $297. But you know what? That's not even the best price. That's the second best price. The best price is if you buy within the next 24 hours. Okay, we're going to offer it to you at $247. So we're going to knock $50 off that price right now if you invest in the next 24 hours. So let's go ahead and pop it off.
I popped it up.
Okay, so if you look on the offers tab, there's a link to our WebTV and live streaming movement masterclass. Just go ahead and click on the link that says, yes, I want to get on board now. And this truly is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It's kind of like, if you go back in time and buy stock in Apple in 1977 or whatever it is, or, buy stock in Lucasfilms in 1976.
Sorry, that's my name right there.
Yeah. So this is kind of like that. We see the hockey stick coming. And we see that, when the hockey stick happens, the price of programs like this are going to go through the moon. Mm-hmm. So we're going to give you a shot at the best price possible, $247 if you invest within the next 24 hours. After that, it's going to be $297 until May 11th at noon o'clock, and at which point we shut her down.
Right. And, I want to show them the slide. So here's what happens when, if something like this happens. It's very easy to solve. I'm just going to open up Keynote, right? And then I'm going to show them the, let's see here, Keynote, and let's see here.
Actually, I should be able to right-click on Keynote and open up the thing directly.
Oh, yeah, good. Okay, perfect. So I'm just going to right-click here, and then it is, where is it? I don't see it.
This one right there?
No, that's not it right
there.
there.
Okay, never mind.
Okay, so I'm just going to open Keynote, and then I'm going to open up the how to. There we go. Oh, that's not it. Okay. So anyway, I want to show you the slide because it's very important what else you get. It's not just there's something else that there's a bonus that I want you to see. Okay, so where were we? We were right here, right? Okay. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to share the screen so my husband can continue in that. There you go.
Okay.
Use that
so, but we can't play it, right?
Yeah, you can just do that one. Yeah.
Okay. So again, if you invest within the next 24 hours, you're gonna get the amazing investment level of 247. And again, you're gonna get the Webinar Jam Studio training, the Facebook Live training, the Webinar Jam strategies, the monetization strategies, tools guide and training, the secret tool that will make your life so much better. The templates for your web TV show, turbocharge your business with webinar system for free, certification. But it gets even better than this, because if you invest in Webinar Jam Studio, which is the most awesomest tool on the market right now, if you invest through our affiliate link, which you see right there, can you pop this up in the, we're going to pop it up in the chat as well, so you can click right on it. If you invest through our affiliate link, you get an additional free 1-hour group coaching session with both Jackie and I. And you can ask your tech questions. You can ask questions about the concepts in masterclass. You can ask pretty much anything, any question you need to have answered in order to make you successful. And this is for the people who invest through Webinar Jam through our affiliate link. If you don't have Webinar Jam, it is a great tool to have. And it really is the return on investment of Webinar Jam Studio is very high. The value you get out of it is far more than what the investment level is. Okay, so again, going back through all the value, the Webinar Jam Studio training, Facebook Live training, Webinar Jam strategies, the monetization strategies, tools guide and training, the secret tool, the WebTV templates, the private mastermind group, turbocharge your business with webinars for free, certification, if you pass the CERT exam, which if you follow our training, you will certainly do. Also, if you get the Webinar Jam through our affiliate link, you get the extra group coaching. And also, when YouTube Connect comes out, and there's another camera that's just coming out, we will add that to the portal, and we'll talk about that, and you'll have the latest and greatest opportunities. So that is well over $3,550. And again, if you buy within 24 hours, it's only $247. And I can guarantee you with 100% certainty, when we offer this again, that investment level is going to be much higher than this, much higher. If not at a 1 in front, at least make it close.
I had a problem.
Okay.
So are you almost done with the slide, Camilla?
I'm sorry?
Are you done with the slides?
Yes, I am at the last slide.
Okay.
Did you want me to plot the slide so you put the
What?
link up? Or?
I actually lost the chat room. However,
Okay.
let's invite some people in.
Okay. I'm going to stop screen sharing. And there we are. Well, why don't we go ahead and let's see.
Go to the chat room. No, go to the chat room. Webinar Jam. Right. No. Yeah. Webinar Jam. There you go.
Okay, there we go.
There we go. And go to the chat room. So we want to invite Dr. Becky in. And we want to invite Mary. We're going to invite Pamela. Where's Pamela? Pamela, where are you? So we want to invite Dr. Becky.
Yeah. And this is one of the fantastic features of Webinar Jam Studio, is you can invite literally anybody who's watching. You can invite in spontaneously. You know, if you have 1,000 people and Bob, you know, from Sherwood, Connecticut, you know, raises his hand or something like that, or you say, hey, Bob, we just talked last week on the phone. You can invite Bob in, and he can share right on the screen. And you can have up to 10 total presenters, which you cannot do on any other software I'm aware of at all. So.
Okay. So I can't see Pamela. Pamela, if you want to type in the comments, and I already invited Mary in. So Dr. Becky, how are you doing? Please unmute yourself.
Hello.
Hi.
Okay. Dr. Becky.
It's good to see you guys. Good to see you, Mary.
Yeah, good to see you. Well, we want to ask Dr. Becky these questions that.
Okay. So, Dr. Becky, do you believe that Jim and Jackie are able to train anyone who can follow the step-by-step instructions in how to use Webinar Jam and Facebook Live to gain more exposure for you, your products, services, and or your business?
Well, yes. If you can train me, you can train anybody.
Awesome.
I'll start there. Want me to give you reasons why?
Yes, please.
All right, let me see. Well, one reason why I'm sticking with Jim and Jackie is because, let me see if you can see it. They're trustworthy. Can you see it?
Now we can. Good. Thank you.
They're trustworthy. And, you know, I work with people, they're gifted, and they do over-deliver, and they have a lot of great things, but they have character. And Pamela and I, we've teamed for 2 rounds, but Jim and Jackie have character, and they they're trustworthy. And so, yes, to answer your question, absolutely. Pamela's on board here. We've done this 2 rounds on 90-day launchpad for our books. We're both multi-number-1 bestsellers, so we know about them and what they're capable of, and probably even more than we will even begin to fathom this next round.
Wow, awesome. Thank you, Dr. Becky. Well, Dr. Becky, would you kindly share what one big idea do you have regarding using web TV or live videos for your business and or your mission, please?
Well, you know, being a counselor, I'm tucked away. And a lot of people, I have relationships, but it's more one-on-one. So I want to use this to build relationships and be able to use my teachings and go out, get out of the house, get out of the counseling office, and use it to interview people, use my teachings to interact and make it a live deal with folks, interview people. That's more than one, but those are some of the ideas. This is why I want to get. But the bottom line is engagement and relationship with people. I'm a real person. I'm not a tuck away counselor. I'm a live, real person. So.
That is so exciting, Dr. Becky. Wow, and last but not least, Dr. Becky, I mean, I love the ideas that you're sharing right now. Well, do you believe that Jim and I are able to train you or anyone who has some proficiency in using a little bit of software to become a web TV production specialist, a web TV host, and also a Facebook, and to use Facebook Live for creating video content to promote and educate your ideal audience, Dr. Becky?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm just going to give you some insider secrets here on Jim and Jackie, because they're not braggers. So we get the blessing and the honor to brag on them, but they will, expose your gifts. So it doesn't matter what level you are. They're able to take you at whatever place you are, and expose you, expose the gifts in you and the talents. And so they will position your products, they will sell your services and your business. So I want to just say, do not buckle your seatbelts, because these guys, you will soar. You won't have that seatbelt on very long, trust me. They will say, let's go. And that's another story with my 2 books here, and I had to get one of them edited, so you can see my little picture right here.
Ooh, look at that.
Yes, so you'll get more. You'll get the ultimate experience with Jim and Jackie, and I don't even know what I'm running into, but I do know, having 2 launch pads before, I'm ready to go again. I'm excited, and I hope everybody does sign up for this, because it's fun. It's good, but go for it. So.
Wow, how wonderful. Thank you, Dr. Becky. I love that you have your signs there, and then I love that you showed your books, because that is the value of live web TV. You can show people live, and it's not just like radio where people can't see, okay, what are you can talk about the book on radio, but in web TV, you can see, you can touch and feel those books, right?
Absolutely.
I love the things that you held up, Dr. Becky.
Oh, here's my last one. If you sign up and you hang out with this couple, and they know this, I call them the double mint team, because they just keep refreshing you, and you get the double portion. It's double. So I mess with them a little bit, but you are given permission to be unique.
Can you hold it higher, please, Dr. Becky? Just hold just a tad higher, please, just a little bit more. There you go. Wow.
You are given permission to be unique. You don't just get in the crowd thing here going on. You get your own individuality to learn how to grow and develop the giftings that are inside of you, and they enhance that no matter where you are. So it's not a matter of if you're capable. It's a matter of, these guys are cutting edge forerunners.
Wow. I love that you had it all printed out, Dr. Becky.
Right, and this is part of the mentoring they've given me. So anyway,
Totally. See, we use our index cards. Dr. Becky has her printed out sheets over there. That's awesome.
yeah,
Wow.
well, yeah. So Jackie, I just want to say publicly thank you for having me back, and I've already signed up, so I'm ready to go. You're not gonna have to. I don't have to push any buttons for publish and move forward. No, some people may not know that story where I was very hesitant to push the publish button, and she had to keep on me, and she will. She'll keep on you to get the very best out of you. So if there's issues, it doesn't matter. She'll be with you, but and you'll be surprised. I'm a two-time multi-international #1 best-selling Amazon bestseller. Who would have thought? You know, who would have thought? And it's not about the title. It's about the relationships and what we went through, and knowing that there's a gift inside of every single one of us that Father wants to pour out. So it's not a celebrity thing. It's just the fruit of what's inside of each one of you. So go for it.
Wow.
I hope everybody signs up. I really do.
Wow.
We'll just make it a big party.
Say that again, Dr. Becky, the last thing.
I said I hope everybody that is watching this signs up so we can have a great big party.
Yay! Exactly. Wow. Thank you so much, Dr. Becky. Now, see, folks, this is what you can do with your web TV show. You can interview you can interview people, you can interview experts, and you can bring on your loyal clients and customers who can give you social proof, like Dr. Becky. And it's like the Bible verse says, it's better that others praise you than your own lips, right? And so instead of us saying, yeah, it's, we do this, then that, it's much better when others are saying that, because that way you can trust that we're not just saying it for on our own. And let me just share this with you. This is a tidbit that you may or may not know. On the internet, it is so easy for folks to just get a picture and put some text and put like a city and make up a name, and people have done that. So I just want you to be aware of that. So live social proof is incredible. Not that all of the web pages out there have falsified testimonials, but there are. So just be aware of that. I just wanted to share that with you. Thanks, Dr. Becky. And I also wanted to share what Dr. Becky said to just ride on the coattails of that. Exposure. You want to get a lot of exposure, because that is the key. How do you gain exposure? It's because when you are on web TV, it's so easy for people to share your thoughts, to share your show, to share things like that. And we'll show you that to you in the masterclass. So thanks again, Dr. Becky. It's great to be with you. I'm going to move now to Mary Schlumberger. Hi, Mary. How are you doing? You can unmute yourself, and I will mute myself.
Okay, I'm here.
Awesome. So Mary, do you believe that Jim and I are able to train anyone who can follow step-by-step instructions in how to use Webinar Jam and Facebook Live to gain more exposure for you, your products, services, and or your business?
Absolutely, and the short story I have to go along with that answer is a qualified story, because I've lived that story. The Lord blessed me to be able to get in on the very ground floor, I feel like, for webinars with Jackie, one of the most brilliant teachers in that area. And I did my 3 webinars, and as Jackie had discussed before, those webinars became material for my book. And I have to show you, it's here! My book is finally here. Yay! And it's published. And I kept trying to push the publish button, but it didn't work like that. But it's here, and I'm so excited. But the webinars were phenomenal. And back when Jackie and I had set up, we decided we would do 3 webinars. And by the time we were done with 3, I said, oh, Jackie, I think I have at least enough for maybe 6 more. So See, this just falls right where, God's using Jackie and Jim to be right where he wants us to go, and this is going to be a phenomenal thing. Yep, I'm in.
Well, wow, awesome. Well, Mary, what one big idea do you have regarding using web TV or live videos for your business or your mission?
Yeah, and well, since my obviously my webinars and my books have to do with aging and senior care and dementia and those type of things. Also, another aspect of probably my third book is going to be living options for seniors. And what I would love to do by that point would be able to maybe bring some of the managers or administrators of our local caregiving communities to come on and to have them on as guests to give people information, because a lot of what I've learned about what is available in senior living communities, I've learned by attending webinars or seminars myself, and I really, really appreciate their genuine care about the people as well. So I see that as just opening up. It's going to give me a chance to do the next 6 webinars or whatever, but I can actually invite other people to be there with me. So I'm very excited about that. That's great.
How wonderful. How wonderful. Mary, can you show up your book, please? I would just love to see it again. I mean, there you go. Just hold it up right beside you. Put it beside you.
Yeah.
There you go.
My designer, the formatter that did this, the Lord's hand was in it as well. He is a Christian formatter, and he was with me because my first one dropped out. This one basically was the knight on the white horse at this point. And of course, he used everything from my original cover for the back, but he designed this beautiful drawing on the front. So I'm tickled. It's come out the way I would like to have it, and worked out really good. Looking forward to book number 2.
Fantastic. And if you don't know this, Mary was one of our coaching clients in your 90-day Launchpad, and Mary has now her book on Kindle as well as on paperback, like she's holding right now. Awesome. Well, Mary, one last question. Do you believe that Jim and I are able to train you or anyone who has some proficiency in using a little bit of software to become a web TV production specialist or a web TV host or both, and also to use Facebook Live for creating video content to promote and educate your ideal audience, Mary?
I truly believe you guys have the skills to do that, and of course I love the ability that you gave me to learn to use Google Hangouts, which was very interesting, to become in the Synergy group. That still works great for the Synergy group, but many times we just were our little picture and a voice. But it was a lot of fun to try to maneuver that. So yes, I look forward to it. It's really going to be great to know how to use it more effectively. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Mary. We are so proud of you. We are so humbled by your testimonial.
Great.
And folks, I want to introduce to you our next guest. And Mary, thank you again. Dr. Becky, thank you so much again. And I'd like to welcome to what we call now the live webcast studio, because it's like a studio. This is a broadcasting studio. By the way, folks, if you don't know this yet, you have a TV station in your pocket. This is your new TV station, right? So I'd like to welcome to our live webcast studio our dear friend Pamela Pollock. Hi, Pamela. How are you?
Hi, Jackie. I'm good. I'm good. Nice to be here. Nice to see you.
It's good to see. It's good to see you. Well, Pamela, same questions. Do you believe that Jim and I are able to train anyone who can follow step-by-step instructions in how to use Webinar Jam and Facebook Live to gain more exposure for you, your products, your services, and or your business or mission, Pamela?
You know, the experience that I've had with both you and Jim doing the, twice through the 90-day Launchpad, both of you have such attention to detail. And when I go into the portal, if I ever want to look something up, reference something that, the information there is so well organized, it's presented so well, and you both have a heart for really teaching people how to kind of dig inside and find the things that are really valuable. For one thing, you're not people that are just trying to sell something to somebody, but you're people that actually want to bring the best out in people, and then you have this very systematic way of presenting your material so that it's so understandable, and then you archive it in such a way that if I want to go back to it, it's there. So I mean, I have no doubt, having been through 2 different trainings with you, that if I want to learn how to use Webinar Jam and Facebook Live, I can't think of 2 people that I'd rather learn it from.
Aw, thank you so much, Pamela. We didn't pay Pamela to say that. Okay, I just want you to know, even though we are close, even though Pamela, Jim, and I are dear friends, we did not pay Pamela to say that. Well, Pamela, second question: what one big idea do you have regarding using web TV or live videos for your business, your online courses, or your mission? Please.
Well, I thought a little bit about that, and I was one of those people that when I got your announcement or your invitation to, for this webinar, I was thinking, so what is that? And so I came in with kind of a question mark about, even though I've been on your, it's almost like the things that you've been doing with us in the 90-day Launchpad, for example, have been this, but you didn't call it this. And so it was really nice to take something that I was already familiar with, or for you to take something that I'm already familiar with and say, this really is web TV, and then you expanded on it. So that was really helpful to me. And as you know, I'm also an Amazon bestseller, and my first book was Dare to Dream: The Art of Co-Creating with God. Volume 1, and then Volume 2 I just published, and that'll be out in paperback shortly.
That's awesome.
And my desire really has been from the beginning to turn those books into online courses, online trainings. And I've known that I wanted to do that, but I really didn't know exactly how I wanted to do that. So when I started listening to what you were saying here, I was thinking, well, of course. I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer, and so I'm looking forward to being able to take all of this content and turn it into something really valuable in that way. But the other thing is another thing I've been exploring and kind of looking around, seeing what people are doing with it, is video. I guess they're called web. Basically, they're blogs, but they're video blogs.
Yes, VLOG, blogs. Yes.
Yeah, and that's also something that I want to do, because I have a lot of teachings that I have kind of up my sleeve. I'm a mental health counselor, and I have lots of things that I'd like to be able to talk to people about and give them valuable information on. So I could see when you were talking about repurposing, that's something that I could do with this, the technology that you're talking about, and then even taking privately recording different things, whether it's the vlogs or even the trainings, and then editing those videos. And I definitely have questions about video editing and how that will work, but and then packaging those up as not only doing live courses like what you're talking about, but then repurposing those and putting them into DVD programs that I can sell separately. So I think that the possibilities are pretty limitless.
Yes, absolutely, exactly, Pamela. Why, thank you so much. Can you hold up your paperback book again, like right beside you? I want everyone to see. Well, maybe to your side so we can see your face. There you go. Love that. And Pamela's second book is already published, so it'll be available on Amazon for everyone to be able to invest in it, right? Pamela, is it
Yeah,
already?
it's already on Amazon as a Kindle. It'll be another couple of weeks, and it'll come out also as a paperback.
Awesome. Congratulations. Wow, wonderful. So I guess you already answered my question for number 3. So folks, this is the value of web TV and live video, is that we really want to train as many people as possible in this new movement. This is not going away. It's like when somebody said, well, the internet is going to go away. No, it's just getting better and faster, right? And so you can reach somebody in Africa, you know, through your web show, because anywhere they have internet access, you can have them watching, right? Or somebody from Africa, somebody from here in the States can be watching, right? I want to show you, let's see here, I want to show you Facebook Live and how that looks like. So I'm just going to type in here, facebook.com/live map. There we go. So I'm going to, before I share, I want to make sure that I'm on the, let me share my screen with you so you know the power of Facebook right now. So I'm going to just go there. Okay. So this is the map of Facebook, and see how many people are on Facebook right now. So the more people that are logging on, the bigger your dot gets. See, this person has 190 viewers, right? But people from all over. See, this is in Africa. They're live right now. The people in South America, they're live right now. This is South America right here, right? So let me make this smaller so you can see. Okay, and then here, let's see if I can go to the right here. There are people from the Philippines right here. This is the Philippines right here, and they are live, right? They have 106 viewers. So anybody in the world can click on that dot right now. I could click on that dot right now, and I'd be with that person live. I can click from somebody who's in Japan who is live right now, right? Or wherever in the world, people are, you know, they can click. That's when you're on a public setting. So we'll teach all that in the masterclass. But I just wanted you to know the incredible power. So before this explodes, see, there's just a few dots here and there, and we don't even know if their message is valuable or not. But in any case, I just want you to know that there's the possibilities and the potential is incredible. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen now, because I want to let you know that when you get on Facebook Live, there are going to be so many strategies that you could use that we're going to share with you in the masterclass. So again, it's available right now, and thank you very much, Dr. Becky, for already investing. I really, really appreciate you for doing that, Dr. Becky. Thank you so much. We're so excited. And I think Michael had a question about when the masterclass will start. Okay, inside this masterclass, it's going to be 4 sessions. It starts May 12th because we want you to go through Turbocharge Your Business with webinars between the time that you invest, meaning now. Hopefully you invest now while the investment level is still, you know, at $247 instead of when it goes up $50, right? So invest between now and then. We want you to go through the Turbocharge Your Business with webinars so that you'll know the concepts, right, and how to host webinars, how to conduct webinars, what the steps are in preparing for webinars. So we want you to go through that. It's like a pre-training. So when you invest, that comes with your entire investment, right? So the masterclass, there's 4 classes, and then those who invest in Webinar Jam through our affiliate link will have a Webinar Jam extra coaching session, and you can ask us anything, whether it's tech issues or whether it's the concept of the web TV show, right? Or anything else that you want to ask that's related to web TV and the live video movement. And then after on June 16, so the last class will be June 2, so there'll be May 12 is the first class, then May 19, May 26, and then June 2. On June 16, we'll give you a time from the time that we end the class, which is June 2, up to June 16, to practice doing your own hangouts, your own live casts, your own webcasts, your own shows. Just practice, even if it's just 10 minutes, right? And then we'll have you take an exam. And then when we see that you're able to use different things, we'll certify you. Folks, certification is huge because then you'll become a web TV production specialist. You can use your credentials to also reach out the way that we're reaching out to you, because we can only train so many people, right? But you can train those who are in your company, those who are in your locale. You can train other people or produce for them. Once you know Webinar Jam, you can produce for them the way that I was able to produce Mary Schlumberger's webcasts, right? And then she was able to take that and we can package it, and now she's able to sell it as an online course, right? So anyway, all that to say that the possibilities, as Dr. Becky has put it, are limitless. I mean, there's so many ideas. For example, if you are a chef, there's that new camera coming out where you don't need to be on a TV station. There's a new camera coming out where it'll be able to capture top shots over on your left and right, so you can actually record once, you know, you're coaching somebody or to become a chef, let's say a French chef or something like that. You can record, you know, 5, 10, 20 videos, and they'll have different angles so that it'll show you show people the top, you know, what the ingredients are, etc., the side view and all that stuff. So it makes for a pattern interrupt. That way it's not so boring. You can see different angles, right? So anyway, that will be also included. Once that camera comes out, we're going to put it in the portal about how to use that camera. And also when YouTube Connect comes out, we'll also put the training inside of the portal, right? Okay, awesome. So again, thank you so much for being with us. And we want to ask you to please invest now, because again, this is going to be the bottom price. The next time we offer certification to become a web TV production specialist or a web TV host, it's not going to be at this investment level. All right. So again, thank you so much, Pamela. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you, Mary. Thank you so much for your time, and congratulations again on your paperback book as well as your Kindle book. And Dr. Becky, thank you so much again. Thank you for investing, and thank you for being with us. And I'm going to put my husband on the screen too, and he'll want to say final thoughts here.
Well, thank you all for joining us. We're really excited about the opportunities and what's going to happen with web TV and live video. I know we've been using it for quite a few years now, and we just love it. I mean, it's amazing. I never thought I would like to see my face on camera. I always thought I had a face for radio, but you know, you get used to it, and then it's all about the message. And we just really want to thank the Dr. Becky and Mary and Pamela and the others who have worked with us before, and for the kind words they've said.
Yes.
And you guys rock. We get the amazing opportunity and blessing to work with some very, very special people, and well, we want the opportunity to work with you as well. And
yes, awesome.
So go ahead. Remember, 24 hours, you get that super low price. Then it goes up, and the cart closes on May 11th at noon.
Right, and we'll see you all on the masterclass on May 12th. We'll send you emails, and also, please, when you get immediate access, please go through Turbocharge Your Business with Webinar, so that way you refresh your memory on what that looks like, or if you've never been through the course before, now's the time to really dive in. All right, awesome. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.